Hey, yo, what's up? This is Suvi Alkaline. We in the first ever alkaline podcast in the world, the Healthiest podcast. And today I'm here with my brother Jonathan. My brother, introduce your business and yourself to the world.
So my name is Jonathan, also known as the owner from the King Herbs of Life. And so we started this journey in 2018, and it's a beautiful journey, you know. I'm excited to be here. It's an honor for me to be here. Thank you, Suvi, for having me.
Nah, thank you for coming on, bro. All the way from Florida, bro. I know the Lord's blessing us because we got 2 interviews from Florida back to back. And the first thing I want to ask you, why'd you go alkaline?
Man, first and foremost, it was my health. You know, it was my health, and something was telling me, you know, my conscious, that voice within my head was telling me, you need to change the way you're living. You need to change the way you eat. You need to change the way you think, because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're not gonna last too long. You know, you're gonna be dealing in life with a lot of sickness and diseases. Excuse me. So that's when I decided to change my life, because I was dealing with I was overweight. You know, I was 250 pounds. My body was just a complete breakdown. I had back pain. I had kidney issues, liver issues, and then, you know, I decided to just make a complete lifestyle change, you know. I started making steps to eliminate certain things, you know, like I let go of the meat, then I let go of the chicken, and then I let go of fish, and then I just started doing everything alkaline, you know. And it's been the best thing that I've done in my life, you know, and I give thanks to the Creator for giving me the knowledge of this lifestyle.
That's what's up, bro. And how long did it take for you to kind of get off all that junk food and, you know, the bad foods and all, the meats, the cheeses,
I got you. So I think that it took probably a couple months, you know, maybe like 3 months, slowly, you know. So I had let go of the pork years before I stopped eating, you know, meat and all of that.
sancochos and all that?
Yeah, I let go of the pork, you know, because I knew the pork was something we wasn't supposed to consume for some reason, you know. I guess just being in tune with the Creator, and Him always guiding me, just told me to let that go. And that was the steps. That was the baby steps, right? And then once I decided to take the journey and just let go of these things little by little, yeah, I think 3 months. 3 months is what it took me, you know. And then
Wow.
I didn't look back ever since.
That's crazy. It took me like years, honestly. I knew about this diet since 2019, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, I think just like the last couple of months, I really went fully alkaline because I had to be on a super alkaline diet, even like a crazier diet, because my diet, I couldn't even eat kamut pasta and spell and like even watermelon, because for eczema, it feeds the parasites. So now that my parasites are gone, I can eat that stuff. But it took me a while to really get on track, bro. And what does natural and holistic what does a natural and a holistic approach to health mean to you, and how do you implement it in your products and service?
So what that means to me is just being in tune with nature, you know, coming back to nature, finding your nature, and then changing your mindset, you know. And I think once we change the way we eat, it'll trickle down to changing our mindset. It'll awaken something in us that we've already had, right? So then when you change your diet and then you incorporate the herbs, I just feel like it ignites something within your DNA that brings you back to that state of mind where we were supposed to be, which is always, you know, being in tune with nature and the Creator.
Yeah, because I see that in your bio that you're on a mission to heal the world and go to the ancient healing remedies that our ancestors probably took, you know, because you're not from the U.S. I mean, my family's from Ecuador.
Yeah,
You know,
Nicaragua.
you're from Nicaragua, and like the U.S. food is totally different to South America. You know, that's why I feel I developed a lot of diseases, and even you probably know family members that developed some.
Yeah, so, you know, one of my biggest, I want to say, breakthroughs was realizing that the reason we were getting sick is because of the food. The food is one of the biggest weapons that they're using to make us sick. And the reason why I say that is because we could just go back to our genealogy. Let's go back to our mother. Our mother was full of sicknesses, illnesses, and so were their grandma and their mothers, you know, and it's just a trickling down effect, but it's based on the food that we're eating. And it wasn't like that. This is just a recent thing, you know. These diseases are as recent as literally 100 years old. you know? And it doesn't make any sense to me because, let's just say 400 or 500 years ago, these diseases didn't even exist, let alone the foods that we're eating now didn't exist, you know? And if we just go back, let's just run it back down to 1996, which is when they approved GMO food for consumption for humans. And that's
you know about that. A lot of people don't know that's recently started, bro. And that's why we're dying, I think, quicker.
And that's why these diseases just recently started ramping up. Multiple sclerosis, autism, ADHD, all autoimmune diseases after 1996.
You know, that's the year I was born too, believe it or not. So 1996, that's what, like 20, I'm 28, so that's 28. Hey, how you doing, Victor?
How we do? It's another about it. Let's see you think
No, I'm not drinking this.
I'm gonna drink it later, all right, bro?
That's the salt. That's the salt. You're gonna have me in the bathroom all day. You gonna have me like cat over there, right in the bathroom. What? Stop playing. Please stop playing.
It's not bad. I mean, it's definitely elite. No, I appreciate that.
I'm gonna wait till after the interview. I might not even be able to finish the interview. I might have to run to the bathroom.
Yeah, but
Let her go. We split.
But yeah, this is bioengineered food that we're now eating, and they didn't exist after 1996. Like before that, you could have got seeded grapes, water. It was never like a thing that we didn't have. They just made it on purpose. And I feel they used the excuse of, oh, there's not enough food to go around. That's totally BS.
Mother Nature gives an abundance. Everything that Mother Nature does is abundant. For example, look at a soursop. Like if you come into the store, right, and you open that soursop is full of seeds. One soursop probably has over 100 seeds in it. So how is it that there's not enough food to feed? It's because we're not planting and we're not giving back to Earth.
You know what's funny you say
have
that?
more food.
My mother's from Ecuador. She said she had a soursop tree in her backyard, and she would see hundreds of soursops fall. And she said she didn't really know how healthy it was, but she would eat once in a while. But bro, I paid $13 a pound. If I knew they was just giving it out there for free and it's natural, abundantly, just growing naturally. And that's the thing about alkaline food people don't realize. I say that it grows without man's touch.
Correct.
It naturally grows from the herbs, the sea moss, the fruits and vegetables. It's natural because like tell people about the hybrid foods compared to the alkaline food, like vegetables and fruit.
Okay, so it goes back down to the soil, right? The soil is so important because that's where the fruits and the food and the vegetables grow. It's in the soil.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're filling the soil with pesticides, herbicides, you're destroying the very essence of what the food does to us, meaning it has no minerals, it has no nutrients, and most importantly, it doesn't have the medicine in order for us to heal. So they're taking out all these essential nutrients, so then we feel empty. We're eating and eating, but we're never satisfied. And why is that? Because the food doesn't have no nutrients, no minerals, and the most important thing, which is the medicine to heal us, because food is medicine. But they've taken all of that, they stripped it all away through the soil.
Wow, yeah, and I know they use like I don't know about here, but I remember in China I heard they use sewer water. I heard, I mean, now with the chemtrails in the sky, with the bad soil, and then itself is like the seeds are, I mean, it's not even like seeds in them now. So pretty much,
Correct, yeah.
all of them combined.
Everything is bioengineered now.
And that's why we're sick. And a lot of people, the other day I just posted a reel, and my friend talked about why the black seed is superior to the regular watermelon. And he was like, he hit me up, and he was like, yo, bro, Subi, you was right. Like, I don't remember the last time I seen seeds, and watermelons is my favorite fruit. And he's like, why did they take the seeds out? And I had to explain to him, and he's like, that makes sense. That's crazy. They're really trying to hurt us, you know?
Of course, no, everything is done deliberately.
Yeah, man.
That's why we have to always be 10 steps ahead, so we prepare for these things.
Yeah.
That's why I always ask the Creator for guidance, wisdom, knowledge, understanding, because in that, then I know I'm protected with whatever's going to come to, around the environment for us.
So once you learned all this stuff, what made you want to start your business?
Okay, so in reality, it was just the love that I have for myself and the love that I have for my fellow brothers and sisters, for humanity. That was the main reason. But one of the things that sparked like for me to keep pushing it was so my mom was dealing with arthritis, diabetes, and what was the other one? And high blood pressure. So arthritis, diabetes, high blood pressure. She couldn't even lift a pan to cook. And mind you, she's not like 70, she's not 60, so there's no reason for her not to be able to do these things.
How old is she?
She's 55 now.
Yeah, she can still do that.
You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't have a problem.
But the inflammation from all the food.
Inflammation, the foods, the hybrid foods that she was eating, the rice, the beans, the potatoes, the chicken, all of that stuff that we're used to eating is what got her sick. And I thank the Creator because she was open-minded to the message of the herbs, because I'm her son. I'm not no doctor. She seen me grow up with her own eyes, so she knows who I am. But me just doing the research and being that living testimony, and her seeing the difference in me, made her open-minded to taking the herbs. And when she started taking these herbs, within 2 months, she calls me back, and she's like, I feel like a brand new person. And before she started taking the herbs, she didn't even tell me she was dealing with these severe, these things so severely where she couldn't get up to walk. So once I seen the power that the herbs had for my mom, I said, oh, I got to tell the whole world. And it was in the middle of COVID. Like COVID had just happened. So everybody was running around scared, nervous. And, I said, I have the answers here for everybody. Like, I have the herbs here, so let me just set up shop and, give back to the community. We bring a lot of value to the community. Anywhere we go, we bring a lot of value because we're bringing the message of healing, the Creator, and the herbs.
Nah, bro, that's real, bro. I really do respect that, because even like you doing what you're doing, I don't call the white coats the real healers. Like, I don't believe in that. I truly believe people like you, Vegano, people like Victor, you guys are the real healers of this earth. Like, a lot of people may look at you like you don't know nothing because you didn't go to school.
Because we don't have that white coat.
We don't have that white coat and the degree for the 12 years. And the funniest part, they learn all this BS, bro, and they don't know nothing.
They have never even healed a common cold. So it goes back to that. Their job is not to heal you. Their job is to make you come back, to keep you as a customer. And I go back to this point, right? If I was to tell you to go to a gas station, and that same gas that you're pumping, that you're gonna use to heal yourself, you think I'm crazy, right? But that's petrochemicals. That's petroleum.
And that's in a lot of the
And that's in all of the medicine.
Yeah.
All the medicine is petroleum-based. And once you introduce a foreign substance like petroleum to the human body will reject that because it doesn't assimilate. And the body is so advanced that it will not let that enter it. But what you're doing by taking these prescription medication is causing you're disrupting your nervous system. So you're introducing stress to your nervous system. And we know once you introduce any type of stress, physical stress, dietary stress, emotional stress, you're gonna start to see the manifestations of diseases.
Wow. That's to some people, they may not know what you're talking about, but I do know. What are some success stories that you have from customers or people on your journey that you helped?
So I've had a lot of people come with like inflammation, and inflammation is all sorts of things like arthritis, right? So my shop is in the second floor. I've had some different clients and that come and they're like, oh, I'm having trouble to walk up the stairs. I'm taking such and such medication for my arthritis, and all I do is give them what I call is the CMOS electric, which is a blend of 3 different herbs, but CMOS is the predominant, so it's high in calcium. And in her just taking these things, in 2 months, when she came back, she said, I let go of all my medication. I've let go of, I can walk up the stairs, no problem. I don't have joint inflammation pain. That's one person. Then another person, and these are, I'm using examples of like just a person using one herb, which is it's astounding because somebody that's gone to the doctor for who knows how long, right? And the doctor tells them, oh, you're going to have to deal with this for the rest of your life. You're going to have to deal with this sickness. There's nothing we can do. And they take the hope right out of there. But what we do is bring back the hopes to the people.
Yeah.
through the healing, that the herbs do and the created.
Facts, bro. And like I'm a testimony to that too, because I've been to the doctors for so many times, like in years, and they'd be like, yeah, you gotta take this eczema cream. You gotta take these pills if you want to heal this. And they would never heal it. It would just get worse and worse to the point one day the cream didn't work.
They're not in the business of healing.
Yeah, and like to me, the only thing that really changed my lifestyle was the alkaline Dr. Sabi diet.
Beautiful.
If it wasn't for that, I would not be here today. People who knew me, I would be itchy for 3-4 hours a day. And, I'm going to make a whole podcast just on that. But
That's a powerful testimony.
I couldn't get a way around it. The only way was the alkaline diet. And, that's what you're providing. And, that's amazing. And, you have some products right here that I actually want to introduce to the people. Like, for instance, what can you tell me about this right here?
So the Stingless bee honey, it has many different names, but this one specifically comes from Honduras, so they call it the Jimerito honey. Now, this is good for glaucoma, pink eye, cataracts, any eye issues. But it's also going to mineralize the brain as well. So you're going to introduce potassium, magnesium to the brain. And what you're doing is, if you have any issues as far as like nerve damage, right, or neurological damage, this right here will eradicate that. If you're dealing with like fogginess, things like that, this will help.
I heard that can actually help, like, you see again. A lot of people
Yeah.
can gain their eyesight back, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm. Almost right away too at times.
Wow.
Right away.
And that's real brain food, right, basically?
The real brain food. That's God's gift to humanity.
How do you know if it's cut or not? Because I heard a lot of people right now are cutting stingless bees.
Yeah. Well,
True.
it's not just the stingless bee that they're cutting. It's many of these products, because they know that they work, but now it becomes an issue when money is involved.
Yeah.
When you introduce money to something, then they want to cut corners. One of the ways that you can tell is just by the consistency. The consistency will give it all, because the stingless bee honey is made out of triheliulose. But now, if you go to the apis mellifera, which is the regular bee honey, that is made out of sucrose and fructose. So that liquid's going to be thicker. So that's one of the ways you're able to tell if it's stingless bee honey or not. And then another way is the taste. Stingless bee honey has a very peculiar taste where it's like citrus, sweet, sour, all together.
Yeah, I noticed that. And what about this that people may not know? What is this right here?
So this is Batana. Batana oil is good for any inflammation. You can use for your skin, for your hair. It nourishes your hair as well. People dealing with eczema, any skin issues, this is the one. And it's also a natural sun protection as well. Natural, even though you don't.
Oh, that's natural sun protection.
Mm-hmm. Even though you don't need protection from the sun, because the sun actually heals you, and what it does is produces energy. So,
and they could grow hair too, right?
Yeah, it makes you grow your hair. But this is good for any skin issues. Batana oil.
That's what's up. And what's this right here? The people who may not know what this is.
So this is what we call the Heal Tonic. It's over 30 herbs. In Spanish, it's called the Levanta Muerto, meaning like it rises you from the dead, basically. Because when people that are bedridden, cancer, herpes, anything like that, this is what we recommend for that.
That's like basically so much teas in one, right?
Basically, it's a concentrated version of a regular tea that you would, an infusion that you would make at home. This is a concentrated version times 20.
Wow. And, I know we know what this is, but some people may not know what this is.
So this right here is the Honduras sea moss. This sea moss is what we call food for the brain because of the potassium. Food for every single cell in the body because magnesium runs in every cell in the body. And it's also food for the bones because of the calcium phosphate as well. This is one of the most powerful plants, herbs that you will ever take, full of 15 out of 18 mineral salts, or as they say, 92 out of 102 minerals. This is powerful right here. I recommend this to anybody that's starting the journey because this is what opened my eyes to the herbs. I started with the sea moss, and then, it was like I opened a book full of a bunch of different herbs. I'm still learning about.
Yeah, and that can literally like pretty much give you. I call that always to the people as the I don't say vitamin because vitamins are bad, but it's kind of like the multivitamin, like the ultimate multivitamin.
The ultimate multivitamin. If let's say if there's no other herbs except the sea moss, you're in good hands.
Yeah, man. And then this right here, I never tried this personally. I always heard about this type of stuff. Somebody who's a coffee addict, would you recommend this to them?
Yeah, so if you're addicted to coffee, I would tell you to try your best to lessen your intake. If you can eradicate from your diet the coffee, beautiful. But slowly, I definitely recommend it, because what the coffee does is gonna destroy your cells, your mucous membrane. It's an acid food, so it's gonna destroy your cells. But instead, what we do is we introduce the redemption coffee, which is no coffee in it. It's maya nut. It's also chicory root, Ceylon cinnamon, and then a blend of 5 different mushrooms. For example, we have lion's mane, reishi, cordyceps. It's a powerful blend, but the most important thing is that it actually tastes like the coffee because of the maya nut. The maya nut is super beneficial for anyone consuming it, especially for babies. It also has a amino acid called tryptophan, which is an essential amino acid, meaning the body does not produce it, so we have to get it from our diet. And it's also good for women that are having lactating issues, so it produces milk. It makes the women produce milk. And then it also fortifies the baby. It strengthens the baby as well. Very powerful. Healing is as simple as taking a deep breath. For example, like if you're watching this, just take a deep breath with me. Like, inhale in, exhale out, slowly. That healing that you just did, you don't even have a clue how significant that is to your nervous system. You just healed your nervous system by just taking a deep breath. It's amazing.
You're right, because sometimes I get overwhelmed and I'm like, what I'm doing and the stress I'm dealing with money issues, and then I just take a deep breath and I'm like, I can't even buy herbs no more. And like, then literally my brother, like, he hooked me up with all this stuff right now, and it's like, I know having faith is the most important,
Man, it's
not
an
the
honor.
stress.
It's an honor. I'm a servant. First and foremost, I'm a servant of the Creator, but I'm also a servant for humanity. I'm your brother and your servant. So in that, I'm always going to come with gifts. My brother needs herbs. I'm more than willing to give.
Yeah, man, you gave me at least like in the market, like on the aftermarket value, you at least gave
You
me.
ain't even got to say it.
You gave me a bunch of, it's a lot of bread, I would say, but I appreciate that. No, I know. I'm just saying, like, that's how real you are. You really trying to look out for people.
That's just all it is. We just want the people to heal.
Nah, bro, that's real. And what is Doug flower?
Oh, Doug flower is a powerful detox. It's one of the most powerful detoxes that you can take. What you're essentially doing is cleansing the entire body of what doesn't belong in it. And instead of, for example, like let's say we put you on a regimen to detox, we might do it slowly. It might take 2-3 months. But with the Doug flower, you're going to detox in 6 hours. Like,
is it like a full detox?
Yeah, it's a full detox. It's getting everything out of it.
What's funny? One time I bought Doug flower, I don't know from who, I honestly forgot. It didn't work on me, and I had so many parasites in my body because I was still dealing with eczema. So I might have just got the wrong, maybe like a bad one, or
possibly. It just depends, because sometimes in nature too, like
some
everything is so well crafted.
Yeah,
some might not have the same potency as the other. The way the process that they use to process it might have been different. So
yeah, because I heard when you take Doug flower, you're supposed to be basically either using the bathroom nonstop or / puking.
Yeah, I've had both things happen. Like, I've had clients tell me that they took the Doug flower and then they were in the bathroom throwing up, using the bathroom. And I'll have another person tell me like, yeah, I didn't really, it cleansed me, but not crazy, So it also depends, I think, on the person as well.
Yeah, I mean, it really does depend on the person, but and let me ask you this too. Do you generally source your stuff like physically, or you just know the plug? How do you source your herbs and everything?
I think that there's a specific role for each person, and as somebody that is processing the herbs and creating the formulas, you should have a knowledge of the herbs, right? You should have a knowledge of being able to go out in the jungle and identifying these herbs, identifying the medicinal properties. But I think that it's very important for everyone to have a specific job. So for me, I say, let the person that harvests the herbs harvest them because they know how to do the job correctly. then let the person that processes the herbs and deals with the medicine making of that, let them deal with that. Because it's important to not try to wear every hat, because then things get confounded, right? But I think it's super important to know how to identify the herbs. Like, for example, in Florida, we can go find Damiana, we can go find blue vervain, we can go find Kalawala, and it's all around us. So it's good to know the knowledge of that. But I also think that to separate, the job of the harvester that harvests the herbs, they're respected, they're needed, just as it is for us to distribute the herbs to the people. It's very important. Everybody has a role. So I say that just to say that, yes, you should definitely know and be able to identify the herbs, have a knowledge of it.
Yeah, man. I that's why I wish sometimes I lived in Florida, because that's the you can even sour oranges, right? Certain
Right,
places,
sour oranges.
right, like right all around you, and it's like
Yeah.
it shows you that a lot of this stuff is pretty much free if you just put in the work. But meanwhile, we got to go to these doctors and pay top dollar.
But now,
For now, at least, and I hope your store. I hope there's hundreds of stores like yours around.
that's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. The goal is to have an alkaline, safe spot wherever we decide to go travel to.
Yeah.
Fortunately, right now, that's not the way. But little by little, day by day, I feel like we're putting in the work. I have my store in Florida, and I have my brother, Reggie from Viho, that has his shop in Florida as well. And you have my brother here in Newark, New Jersey, in African Biomineral Balance, and we're all doing the work and we're all supporting each other. And as long as we keep getting the support that we need from the people, then we'll continue to serve the people and bring the stores all over the world.
Yo, and you really pulled up to this event all the way from Florida, man. Like why was it so important to you to pull up here?
Man, I think it's super important to support the movement. I think it's super important to support my brother Victor Bowman. I think it's super important to let the people know that we are working together, that we are bringing community together, because one person can't do the mission. But if we come together, then those words that come from the Bible will really manifest, that the herbs are for the healing of the nation. But it takes a whole village to do it. It takes people like me, like Victor, like Reggie. It's a big group, like Alkaline Vegano. It's a lot of us doing the work, but it's not easy. So in this journey, it's not easy, but it's so fulfilling, and it makes everything. For example, when somebody comes and they tell you, the herbs that you gave me helped me with this issue and this issue, man, that's what we do it for,
Yeah, and you really want everybody to win, because you was even like, one day, when are you gonna open your store? Like I'm surprised you said that, because like, not saying you think of it competition, but I know when you get in similar industries as people, they might look at you like competition, but you're like the opposite. You really are just trying to spread this alkaline now. There's just not even enough alkaline to go around.
Well,
it is.
The way I see it is that there's too many sick people for one person to heal them all. And as far as competition, that doesn't even exist to me. I'm so focused on my mission that I have, that the Creator put in my heart, which is just to help the people. And that means by any means necessary. But there's no ego involved. There's no competition involved. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here supporting my brother, because there's no ego involved. There's no competition. I just want to see him win. And him winning, we all win.
Yeah. Nah, facts. I mean, I definitely believe that too. And like even with you, you're hitting me up. You're like, yo, I'm honored to be on this podcast.
I know
I'm
what
excited. Yeah, and
I know what you're doing. This is a platform that we need to have.
Yeah.
Because you're basically giving us the opportunity to let the world know what we're doing.
Nah, bro. Thank you so much, man. And I appreciate that very much, because like, this is bigger than me. This is not even about me. This podcast is really for the people, to heal them, because I've been chronically sick for 6 years, since 2018, dealing with eczema on and off, and it got worse in the last years. And to me, like, I know the truth, and like just like him, we're excited to spread this news. I don't care. My brother wins, that brother wins. I just want somebody to win, because like, think about it like this. That just makes so much money. So imagine we converted this knowledge and introduced it to the people, and now instead of them spending it on the doctors and the drugs, they actually buy the real medicine, which is the herbs,
Right. the herbs that actually heal.
But we need to get this info out here. So, for me, there's no competition. Like, I like to interview everybody, I want everybody to win. And that's why I started. Because, like, from this journey, I feel like I got closer to God. I became healthy. And now I just I want this energy that I have to be in everybody. That's the same way you feel, bro. That's why I mess with your energy, yo.
I know.
Nah, for real.
Once you told me that you feel like this is the purpose that you have in life, that just made me smile, because I know what it feels like to find your purpose. And when you find your purpose, that's true happiness. And true happiness to me comes from just being a servant to others,
Not facts. And just the energy that I get. My family hates me. I'm the black sheep, and this is like the first community I'm in that nobody's jealous of me for the most part. Everybody wants to see me win. And like the love that I'm receiving, I may not have the most money in the world right now as we speak, but I know God put this for me. I had the skills from before. Like I said, I was doing hip hop, and like I think hip hop's a little demonic. I look at it in that way, and even though that was a little demonic, I feel like right now, like I'm literally doing my purpose, and now all the skills I did for my old podcast, Rap Mad Loud, now I'm doing it for good. And like, you could turn a negative into a positive, and I'm a big believer in that,
That's what we do,
Yeah, bro.
Everything we're doing right now is turning all the negativity in the world, turning it into something positive, into life, something life-giving. That's what we do. We give life. We pour life into the people. But this system likes to take life out.
Yeah, they just want to drain us and barely have money, and then we're sick, and guess what? We're going to doctors, and they're not really helping,
So and the goal is to not need the doctor. The goal is to be in a place where you're so healthy that you don't need to go to the doctor, And we want to get to the point where we make the herbs so accessible that you don't have to pay for the herbs, that you can literally go outside of your backyard, pick it out, make your medicine, and heal yourself. And that's what it's all about.
Facts, bro. Anybody right now looking into this interview, what advice would you give them to start their alkaline journey?
I would tell you this: to love yourself, believe in yourself, and trust yourself. Listen to that inner voice that's always guiding you, and you will always win.
Nah, facts, bro. And that's like, that's the biggest thing. You really gotta just start somewhere, I feel. And it's not gonna be easy because, like you said, it took you like what, 3 months?
Yeah, it took me. But in me saying it took me 3 months, it's a long life journey. I like to say just like a drug addict, because food is a drug. Food is one of the biggest drugs, And if you're in an environment where you're constantly being surrounded and bombarded by these temptations, whether it be the food, the food drug, whether it be the crack drug, whatever the case may be, if you're around that environment, you're bound to fall. That's why I think that this community and what we're doing, bringing people together, bringing the events together, that's what really makes the difference, because people see that and they want to make the change because they see something in it. They see our vibration is a lot different. These herbs have a high frequency. They're electrical. So even coming into a place that's filled with these electrical herbs, you're already healing and you don't even know it.
Yeah, the frequency, bro. Nah, I 100%. That's what I mean. Just being around you guys makes me happier. And you know what? Stress kills. And now I'm happy. I love coming to these events or like anything like this because I know the people are just loving and I can just like, now record you and like give the information now. And like somebody who's really healing, like I had somebody who had hemoglobin, they healed themselves. Me, my eczema. Somebody else was talking about like being sluggish and being tired.
Energy.
And then you and Reggie was talking about weight loss. Like, bro, this lifestyle of ours is literally like life changing. It's the truth. And I would not be here if it wasn't for that lifestyle. And
second that too. I would not be here. I highly doubt I would be here, or if I would be, and I would be super sick. So I give thanks to the Creator first and foremost. I give thanks to the messenger that he sent, which is Dr. Sebi. And then, I give thanks to being an open-minded individual and receiving the message.
Yeah. How would you tell, like, for me, like, I'm facing this a lot around my household and just in general, how would you advise somebody to bring the alkaline lifestyle to somebody they love that may be hating on them at first and think they're crazy? Like,
Be the change. Be the change and be the example. And be super patient. Because at one point, if somebody came to you with the same message that you come to them with, you might not receive it, in a positive way. But we can't give up, and I think patience is the biggest thing, is being patient and showing in actions so they see the difference in us. And once they see the difference in us, they'll gravitate to come to see what's going on here and what we're doing.
now you right, because, when I was healing myself, and even though, like, I was better off sometimes, my skin still wouldn't reflect it. And now, like, when people see me, they're like, yo, bro, your skin,
Healed.
yo,
You're healed.
they're like, yo, your skin looks amazing. They're like, what are you doing? Like, and like you said, you got to be the change, bro. And, like, literally now people are asking me, like, they want to know, like, and it's like, it's such a beautiful thing that I have my own testimony. He has his own testimony. And, like, we're just bringing all these stories. Basically, this is like a long story. Like somebody who has hemoglobin, now they can look at that interview and be like, why should I turn alkaline? Somebody who suffers with low energy, they can look at that. Like,
And that's why this is needed, brother. So thank you. Thank you for bringing this to the community.
nah, I appreciate that, bro. And what's the last piece of advice that you would just want to give up to the world, or anything coming up, events, or just anything you want to tell the world?
So we're going to have a lot of events coming up, right? I have a warehouse that we just opened up. Once I get that situated, I have my brother Victor, I have Mr. Vegan. You're more than welcome to come as well. And we're going to throw a big alkaline party event, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be a good time to heal, And then I just want to leave you with just love yourself, Love yourself, listen to yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself. And that's it.
Yo, that's real, bro. And I hope somebody listens to this, to whoever they're going through. I'm gonna have his link in the bio and his Instagram. If you need real herbs, like the real medicine, link in the bio is gonna be to his website for all these products you've seen, plus way more. You can get literally exotic fruits that you cannot find. You can get Batana oil, sea moss, you name it. His is the, like, his
One-stop shop to heal.
Yes, and mind you, it might be a little bit more pricey than regular oil and regular herbs, but do you want to suffer and not have life at the end, and then pay like a $100K bill for like chemotherapy?
Health is the
Yeah. So, I appreciate you for coming on, my brother. I like from Florida, mind you. I came out here, because for this event, that's real. That's real dedication. A lot of people would not travel just for a 2-day event.
And I have a lot of herbs to give away.
Oh,
today and tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all pull up.
Yo, if you don't pull up, it's literally free. I remember everybody used to say, if it's free, it's for me. Hey, bro.
Well, it's for you.
Yeah, bro. So that's free. Oh man, I hope you pull up. I mean, this interview will probably be out after the whole thing.
Cool.
But still, though, like, there's gonna be future events that we're doing for free, and like we're trying to heal the world in every way, man. And my name is Sylvia Alkaline. I'm here with my brother Jonathan. We about to wrap up. We in the healthiest podcast in the world, the first ever alkaline podcast in the world, and we out.
We out. The healthiest podcast alive, you heard?
Yeah, you already know.